strategies that apply in any up or down stock market? This Saturday, May 20th, Phil Grandy and the PhilsGang.com team will host a live online special Market Rally webinar. For only $70, this webinar will cover Phil's trading and investing strategies, including preparing you for a market correction. Plus, you will learn how to short stocks and how to trade and invest in any market condition. While no one can predict the timing of a down market, PhilsGang.com is committed to teaching you the skills necessary to reaching your financial goals. And this webinar will help you prepare and give you the confidence you need. This webinar will be archived for 2 weeks. That's this Saturday, May 20th. Don't wait. Register today. Simply go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. When St. Jude finds something that works well with a certain cancer, they share that with everybody. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge. We just have to worry about helping Chandler, and he's just my heart.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Performing technical analysis is no easy task for any investor unless conducted with a professional stock charting service. At Phil's Gang, we offer a choice of high-power, color-coded stock charts, all seamlessly integrated, so you can tackle the market the way you want to. The Phil's Gang Max Best 1000 Stock Charts. From Phil's Gang are high-performance HTML5 web-based charts that work on any browser and device, so you can put live streaming data and fully interactive charts in the palm of your hand. Phil Grandy designed the MV software to have the best features, and so far the early reviews have been great. You can plot charts on an intraday basis as well as on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or annual basis. There is also a built-in watch list that you can customize to your liking. For more information, go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
To be able to just get my son to St. Jude and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
PhilsGang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Learn how to overcome the challenges of investing in the stock market with Phil Grandy and the PhilsGang.com Marketing Investing Webinar. This Saturday, May 20th from 12 noon to 3 p.m. Eastern. This webinar will be archived for 2 weeks. For only $70, learn all the basics of the stock market through Phil's comprehensive, interesting, and proven investing and charting techniques.
And the greatest benefit to attending the webinar is you will profit from the stock market using Phil's Gang techniques on charting.
Don't wait. Register today at PhilsGang.com, PhilsGang.com, or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. St. Jude takes care of absolutely everything. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge.
St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude is uniquely positioned to advance the cures of pediatric cancer, I think better than any other institution in the world. The contributions make a big difference.
Donors are important to us because you get the feeling that you have a team behind you. We have the resources and we have the focus. And so if St. Jude doesn't do it, who will?
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money man. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
The Dow Jones down nearly 300 points. The dollar is now at the lowest level since the election. Investors, they do not like chaos. The scandals that are plaguing the White House right now are not good for the economy.
Really? I think I talked about that myself. Hi, I'm Phil Grady, philsgang.com. The market is down over 300 points, 318 points. This is not a surprise. But we have to be cautious because will they call for QE to run this market right back up to hold those derivatives together? Because if those derivatives start breaking down, so will the whole financial market break down and the whole economy will break down. Yes, the market's down 300 points. And think about it this way. Remember, because that stock market for the past 8 years have been financially engineered, is why it's down, using QE. That's why we're down, because it's been financially engineered to go up. It went from, in 2009, from 6,469 on the Dow to 21,169. That's 227% on the Dow. Now wait, we got the S&P. 2009, after the crash, went from 666 to 2,405. That's a gain of 261%. Now think of it. This is a time that people, 8 million jobs were lost, 10 million homes were under foreclosure, 41 trillion was wiped out of the middle class, and the economy, the stock market is going up. How could the stock market be going up when you have people, 8 million people out of work, 10 million people in the middle of foreclosures? They have no money. How can they consume? Remember, consumption is 70% of our economy, our economic growth. Well, see, that's the thing. This entire stock market has been built on quicksand. All the money that was being pumped into this market, into the economy through what they call quantitative easing, which is nothing more than printing money, dropping interest rates to zero, and then taking that money and funding, give it to the banks. Here's your money. It's free. Don't loan it to anybody. Just go out and start buying bank stocks quickly to rally the stock market. Here's $3 trillion. Put that in the stock market. Oh, by the way, we're going to print $85 billion every month, and we're going to buy treasuries so the yields drop so low that nobody wants to be in the bond market, especially countries, and they're going to all shift to the stock market. That's going to push the market up. And we're going to print another $6 trillion. We'll give all to the CEOs of companies. By God, don't put it into your company called capital investment. Just run your stocks up. Buy your own shares back. And after all, if you're a CEO, your salary is tied to where stock price is. So buy your own stock back. The fewer shares outstanding, you're spreading those profits over fewer shares. That means the earnings go up and your stocks go up. All fake. But don't you dare put any money into capital investment so that the people that are working for you can get wages increased or you can hire more people. Oh, no, that was part of the deal. Q, you can't do that. Let's keep this dollar low. We got to keep the dollar low because when you're printing money, every day printing money, that pressures the dollar to go low. You lose value in your dollar. The more money you print, the dollar in your wallet becomes worth less and less and less. So for 8 years, we've been using this quantitative easing, pushing up the stock market 227%. Again, not on earnings, not on increased sales, companies increasing sales, companies increasing margins, companies increasing profits, because only a handful of companies are increasing profits. Those are the alphabet companies. You know them all. Amazon, Google, Netflix, you know them all, Microsoft. What they were doing with quantitative easing, which causes a terribly weak dollar, which a weak dollar, remember, is also a weak economy. It's associated for a very weak economy, which means weak wages, weak jobs, mostly part-time jobs. Now remember this quantitative easing. All it's doing is masking the real economy. When you keep pushing up the stock market all those years, 8 years, remember what he was doing? Obama was masking the real problems. And they kept saying, look at the stock market. That's the economy. Look how good the economy is doing. When people have no money. They have no money. Because their wages weren't going up because companies weren't putting money into capital investment. They're buying their own shares back. So the CEO, his stock would go up and he'd get another $30 million that year in a bonus. This falsely drives up stock prices without top-line sales and growth. It's like building a house with no foundation. Now today, we have this drop. And everybody's all excited about this drop. Oh my God, what happened? This is stunning. We shouldn't be dropping. Remember this stuff here? Where all these guys were telling us how the market was wonderful?
The Dow is indeed down. It is not, however, a huge drop. It's more of a small slide.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. Remember that? Remember the market went down like 1.5%? Oh, it's just a small slide. No, everything is wonderful.
The theme, though, is the underlying optimism still intact, so no one's all that worried, just a little bit of profit-taking.
Yeah, that's a couple of weeks ago. Wonder what they're going to say today. Because, see, this whole economy, this whole stock market is all financially engineered. And today, the reason for the drop today is, yes, because, again, there's a switch from a strong dollar policy to a weak dollar policy. Trump has made that switch. He had to make the switch. He had no choice because he is facing $222 trillion in derivatives. 25 banks, the largest banks in our country, have $222 trillion in derivatives. Those are liabilities. In order to make sure the banks don't collapse, you have to keep forcing the stock market up. And when we, in 2009, when the market crashed, the economy crashed, and people didn't have jobs and no money, they had to keep pushing the stock prices up to make sure they keep the derivatives up. Because if they didn't support the derivatives with higher stock prices, the derivatives would have snapped, bringing down all the banking system, and we'd be in a depression. And we're no different today than we were 8 years ago. Nothing's changed. All that's changed, a very small segment of our population got immensely wealthy. Over $6 trillion they added to their pocket. because of this quantitative easing, because the stock market went up so much. But guess who's enjoying that stock market rally? A small percentage of our economy, the 1 percentile, the CEOs of companies, the banksters, the Wall Street hedge fund managers. People on Main Street don't get any benefit from it. So today, the market, we open up this morning, the market already down 100 points. Why? Well, but there's all the problems with facing President Trump. All the controversy around President Trump. This is why the market's going down. This is what they're telling you. That's a bunch of nonsense. Every time you hear today that the market is down because of all the controversy surrounding Trump, President Trump, that's the reason. That's a lie. How about China? We'll talk about that when we get back. We'll be right back. It is 15 past the hour. Join my gang, Phil's gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Attention all listeners. Are you interested in learning proven investing and trading profit-taking strategies that apply in any up or down stock market? This Saturday, May 20th, Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team will host a live online special Market Rally webinar. For only $70, this webinar will cover Phil's trading and investing strategies, including preparing you for a market correction. Plus, you will learn how to short stocks and how to trade and invest in any market condition. While no one can predict the timing of a down market, philsgang.com is committed to teaching you the skills necessary to reaching your financial goals. And this webinar will help you prepare and give you the confidence you need. This webinar will be archived for 2 weeks. That's this Saturday, May 20th. Don't wait. Register today. Simply go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Phil's Gang offers one of the best collections of charts available on the internet. We built the Max Best software to have the best features, and so far, the early reviews have been great. So don't just be an investor, be a Max Investor with Phil's Gang Max Investor 1000 stock charts. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Celebrating 18 years as the leader in investing and trading education.
Following your system has been fantastic.
Yeah, I really appreciate the work you do. You're really an inspiration.
Well, all of the tools you've put together for us have just given us so much confidence.
I have learned so much. It is absolutely incredible.
You're really one of the best I've ever heard. I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
You guys have always been great on the service side.
I have so much more confidence than when I'm in my trading.
Phil, keep up the good work. I love the chart.
I've been in this business for 45 years, and you are the best.
And I've been following you, I guess, about 9 months right now, and you've just done a great job.
Listen to Phil, join the gang, and you'll never regret it.
If you're serious about securing your financial future, then contact philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. When St. Jude finds something that works well with a certain cancer, they share that with everybody. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge. We just have to worry about helping Chandler, and he's just my heart.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years and very much enjoy the software program for the Chartist.
I've been a long-time Phil subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. This segment of the Phil's Gang Show is brought to you by the MV Stock Charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, I got to get some business out of the way. Remember, this Saturday, we are going to have a webinar. We're going to hold a webinar. It's going to be from 12 noon Eastern Time to 3 o'clock. But it's going to be archived for 2 weeks. So if you can't make it online on Saturday, that's fine, because you just go in and you got it for 2 weeks, which is a great thing to have, because you can take in, you can show your kids how to use a chart. So easy. Especially, what a day this has been for Chartists, because you didn't have to know anything about a stock today. Take example, Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs today alone, on the chart we were showing it was green. And we're doing pretty well. Then yesterday it turned red, and now it's dropped over 4%. What am I talking about? Yeah, about 5%. Dropped about 5%. So it told us to get out just because it turned from green to red. Told us to get out. But better yet, you could short it, make money on the way down. And that's what I am going to. One of the things I'm going to teach on Saturday is how to short. How do you short a stock? How do you make money to go down? Because let me tell you, at some point, this market is going to be taken down. Now remember, for 8 years, they've been using this derivatives, propping the derivatives up. Every day you have to prop them up. It's like a shark. If they stop swimming, it sinks. And these derivatives, you stop pushing the market higher. That's why we haven't had a 10% correction in 8 years. We haven't had a 5% correction in 215 days. And that's why the VIX shows no fear. We haven't seen the VIX this low in, 10 years or more. Because there's no fear. But today's the first time the VIX moved up. Because for 8 years, the market has been able to rally 200% without companies having to have profits. Because they knew they were in real trouble. See, Bush screwed up. When the banks collapsed, Bush should have let the free market system and capitalism take over. Break up all the 25 largest banks that were going down, let them go down, take their assets, split it up among the 8,000 remaining financial banks and insurance companies. We could have done that very easily. But he didn't do that. Why didn't Baby Bush do that? Because his family, the Bush family, his Treasury Secretary, and his brother, Hank Paulson and his brother, remember, were Goldman Sachs people. Their whole net worth was in Goldman Sachs. Senators, representatives, many of them had most of their money tied up in bank stocks. So instead of doing what was right and let those banks go down, let the market, let's have a mild recession. Let's have a recession. That'd be good. We'd be in great shape right now. We'd have a GDP, our economy growing 4 or 5%. You'd have a good job. But for 8 years, you've been on hold. You have a lousy job. You don't get any overtime. You can't save. All because Bush didn't want to let these banks, let the market system take over, and let these banks get busted up. Let them go bankrupt. Let's go into a recession. You know, a stock market going into a recession is very healthy. You want markets to go into a recession. There's a reason for markets to have a correction, because it's correcting the overpriced stocks. Our stocks are so overpriced, it's incredible. But nobody cares because they know every day the stock will continue to go up because they're forced to keep the derivatives. They got to keep those derivatives pumped up. It's unbelievable. Most people don't know what a derivative is, and I'll explain it in a minute. But right now, here's what I'm going to do. I want you to come to my webinar. You don't have to be a gang member. It's $70. Just go to my site, philsgang.com, and it's right there on the banner. It shows you how to sign up. Also, I want you to join my gang. And what a perfect time. With a day today, with the market down 300 points, and I want to show you how a chart works. Like with Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, giving us signals to get out, but also gives you buy signals. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give 15 people, just going to sign up 15 people, free charts for just 15 people. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Sign up for your free chart. Now what you have to do is just join the gang. It's well worth it. It's only $39.95. And the free chart, the value of the chart alone is $29.95. But the thing is, if you learn how to use this chart, if you use the chart, it's so easy to navigate. It makes you the activist investor. You influence your own outcome using a chart, a color-coded chart with color-coded technology. Because a chart represents an efficient and an intelligent way to invest. It's not emotion. There's no emotion. Charts use mathematics, not emotion. There's no fallible judgment. Try it for 30 days and you'll see, to have the ability to know when you have a stock and it's going up and when to get out, it's worth it just for that alone. So I'll give you the chart free. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG. You just have to join the gang, and then for 4 weeks, follow me. And then follow me on my exchange-traded funds. What I do for the folks who are gang members, especially people who have no time, you can just follow me and the exchange-traded funds that I'm involved with. So you do exactly what I do. It's not a fund. You don't send me your money. You just copycat what I do every day. And at the end of each day, at the end of the radio show, I do a video and tell you what I've done with the exchange traded fund, what I've personally done. You do the same thing. So you just copy me. That's all. So here's the number, 877-600-GANG. And it'll be for 15 people. I call my ambassadors. Okay, and so what a perfect time to do this. Market's down over 316 points. If you're sitting there, oh my God, how much money did I lose? If you had a chart, you know how to use it, you'd say, how much money did I make? Not lose. Or how much money did I keep? That's the important one. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Attention all listeners, are you interested in learning proven investing and trading profit-taking strategies that apply in any up or down stock market? This Saturday, May 20th, Bill Grandy and the philsgang.com team will host a live online special Market Rally webinar. For only $70, this webinar will cover Phil's trading and investing strategies, including preparing you for a market correction. Plus, you will learn how to short stocks and how to trade and invest in any market condition. While no one can predict the timing of a down market, philsgang.com is committed to teaching you the skills necessary to reaching your financial goals. And this webinar will help you prepare and give you the confidence you need. This webinar will be archived for 2 weeks. That's this Saturday, May 20th. Don't wait. Register today. Simply go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. Learn how to overcome the challenges of investing in the stock market with Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com Marketing Investing Webinar. This Saturday, May 20th from 12 noon to 3 p.m. Eastern. This webinar will be archived for 2 weeks. For only $70, learn all the basics of the stock market through Phil's comprehensive, interesting, and proven investing and charting techniques.
And the greatest benefit to attending the webinar is you will profit from the stock market using Phil's Gang techniques on charting.
Don't wait. Register today at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer because that is such a scary word. St. Jude takes care of absolutely everything. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge.
St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude is uniquely positioned to advance the cures of pediatric cancer, I think better than any other institution in the world. The contributions make a big difference.
Donors are important to us because you get the feeling that you have a team behind you. We have the resources and we have the focus, and so if St. Jude doesn't do it, who will?
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Attention all listeners. Are you interested in learning proven investing and trading profit-taking strategies that apply in any up or down stock market? This Saturday, May 20th, Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team will host a live online special Market Rally webinar. For only $70, this webinar will cover Phil's trading and investing strategies, including preparing you for a market correction. Plus, you will learn how to short stocks and how to trade and invest in any market condition. While no one can predict the timing of a down market, philsgang.com is committed to teaching you the skills necessary to reaching your financial goals. And this webinar will help you prepare and give you the confidence you need. This webinar will be archived for 2 weeks. That's this Saturday, May 20th. Don't wait. Register today. Simply go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. This segment of the Phil's Gang Show is brought to you by the MV Stock Charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, the market's down 313 points. You're going to be lied to as to why it's down. I'm going to tell you the truth in a moment. Let's get rid of some business here. Again, this Saturday from noon to 3, I'll be doing a live webinar on how to chart. Ideal for people who are either professionals or if you never touched a chart in your life. And it's a great way to learn. And it's archived for 2 weeks. So if you can't make it, you have it for 2 weeks. You can sit home in your office and you can watch it about charting. And it's a great way to invest because it tells you when to get in, when to get out. It just works. Now, today, because the market's down over 300 points, what a great day to look for 15 more ambassadors. Where I'm offering you a free chart, my MV2 color-coded chart. It's a $29.95 value. You get it free for 4 weeks. Now, you have to be a gang member. You join a gang, $39.95. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Now, if you want to call that number, you can join the gang. You get your free chart. And also, again, if you just want to go to the website to sign up for the webinar, you can do that as well. Just go to the website. And you also can go to the website to get your free MV2. Thank you. Free MV2. All right. So you're going to start hearing that the market is down because of all the things Trump is going through. They're going to start a grand jury. They're going to have all these investigations. That's not why. Let me explain what a derivative is. A derivative, think of it as an insurance policy. Just like an insurance policy sold to you on your house or your car. So when the banks, like J.P. Morgan, took all the subprime mortgages and they bundled them together to sell them to a pension fund, having Buffett, remember, they all these bad, non-performing subprime mortgages, and they sold them to a pension fund. They had Warren Buffett agreed to have his rating agency put on AAA rating, so that they could say, look, it's AAA rating, when it wasn't even a AAA rating. But he stamped it because Buffett's company, Moody's, was making a fortune stamping these things AAA so they could sell them to the pension funds. But the pension fund managers, remember, they have a fiduciary relationship, an obligation. Because remember, they're representing in their pension funds the steel worker, the auto worker, the fireman, the police, the nurse, on and on and on. And they're responsible to make sure they get a good retirement. So they're not just going to take this new product, a basket, they call them a staunch of a group of subprime mortgages, and just say, okay, we'll take them. Just because Warren Buffett had his company for AAA. They would take some, but not a lot. So who comes up with an idea? Larry Summers and Geithner, those two guys, come up with an idea, and they said, let's do an insurance policy. We'll say here that is AAA, but it's also insured. So if the people stop making payments, we, the insurance company here, we'll make sure you're covered. Now the insurance companies are going, wow. I mean, the pension funds are going, gee, it's AAA rated, and I'm getting an insurance policy, so everybody stops paying their payments. I'm going to be protected. Now, what happened was, all of a sudden, the head of the Futures Commission, the Commodities Trading Future Commission, said, wait a minute, this is an insurance policy you're selling. You got to do what all the other insurance companies do, whether it's a car or house. You got to prove to us, we got to regulate you to make sure you got enough assets to cover all the losses. So if a catastrophe happened, you'd have enough assets to cover all these people. Well, and her name was Brooksley Bourne, the chairwoman. Oh, they got all upset because they knew they didn't have enough money. They knew they didn't have enough money to cover all the insurance policies they gave to these people on all these mortgages they're selling to the pension funds. They knew. So they got so angry, they rigged a hearing. Because remember, They were working at that time for Bill Clinton. In fact, Larry Summers was his Treasury Secretary at the time. So they were so outraged that the head of Brooksley Born, head of the commission, the Commodities Future Trading Commission, would ask to go in and regulate these insurance policies. So what they did is they had a hearing, they put dirt on her, and they got her fired, and they got a gag order for 10 years so she couldn't speak of anything, or she'd go to jail. They went out and they sold to pension funds all over the world garbage. Now they had an insurance company. Well, what happened? Well, when the catastrophe hit and the housing market collapsed all over the world and they had all these insurance policies out, they collapsed so fast, so many all at one time, because they weren't regulated. All of a sudden, the pension funds say, oh, by the way, I want to collect on my insurance policy here. I got $10 million of bad paper here. They're not making their payments. I want my $10 million check. Oh, they didn't have it. Why? Well, we weren't regulated. Can you imagine? So now, where's it stand? So now the 25 biggest banks had $222 trillion of these derivatives because they were set up also where they could be traded. Because now they had insurance policy, they would trade them. So the banks were buying all these insurance policies, all these derivatives to trade them, like a commodity or a stock. After all, they're AAA rated and they're insured. So now all these banks, the 25 largest banks, have $222 trillion in garbage on their balance sheet. So a typical bank, you take any one of the 25 banks, they have $2 trillion in assets and they have $40 trillion. Take Citibank, $2 trillion in assets, they have $40 trillion in liabilities. They're insolvent. So they came up with this idea, Hank Paulson, Bernanke, Summers, Rubin. They said, let's do this. We'll get it. We'll create off-balance sheet financing. We'll take it off their balance sheet, this liability, because we got to fund these guys with TARP. All these banks went down, and Bush said, no, we're not going to let these banks go down. We're not going to liquidate these banks. We're not going to let them fail because my family's money is with all these banks, especially Goldman Sachs. All you senators, you've got all your money in with Goldman Sachs. You got all your money with J.P. Morgan. We can't let them down. We'll go broke, all of us in the Senate, in the House, Bush family. So what we'll do is we'll take and pull them off their balance sheet and transfer them over to a banking cartel, a private bank called the Federal Reserve. And then we'll shift them from there over to the taxpayers. But they still have the liability, the banks. But guess what? Nobody will know they have the liability. So now you, as a representative, you can feel good and go home and tell your constituents, oh, it was okay. We gave Citibank $500 billion, bailed them out with $500 billion because they got $2 trillion in assets. And they have very little liability. Oh, they didn't tell them they took the $40 trillion in liability and put it over in some other, balance sheet. So what's the bottom line? Well, now there's a problem. Trump, he wants to build the economy. He wants to get the economy going. You need a strong dollar. Strong dollar is what drives the economy. Strong dollar drives wages, drives everything. So his two boys from Goldman Sachs, who are advising him now as Treasury Secretary, Mnuchin and Cohen, who's top advisor, saying, you can't do that. You got to say you're for a weak dollar because we got to do QE. Because this whole market's going to collapse, and we can't let these derivatives collapse. We got to keep propping the stock market up. So you got to be for a weak dollar. That means you got to be for QE. And QE, remember, has destroyed our economy. What a box we are in. But not if you have my chart, because we don't care if the market goes up or down. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Attention all listeners. Are you interested in learning proven investing and trading profit-taking strategies that apply in any up or down stock market? This Saturday, May 20th, Phil Grandy and the PhilsGang.com team will host a live online special Market Rally webinar. For only $70, this webinar will cover Phil's trading and investing strategies, including preparing you for a market correction. Plus, you will learn how to short stocks and how to trade and invest in any market condition. While no one can predict the timing of a down market, PhilsGang.com is committed to teaching you the skills necessary to reaching your financial goals. And this webinar will help you prepare and give you the confidence you need. This webinar will be archived for 2 weeks. That's this Saturday, May 20th. Don't wait. Register today. Simply go to PhilsGang.com, PhilsGang.com, or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Recognized as an Axiom Business Award winner, the highly acclaimed Walter's Way book, authored by legendary businessman Walter Scheer, is now available in digital and audio formats at the PhilsGang.com Bud C store. Enjoy the stories of a relief kid who survived TB, corporate betrayal, bankruptcy, and still made millions and touched the lives of billions. Don't wait. Pick up the Walter's Way book in hardcover, digital, and in audio format at PhilsGang.com. Attention all listeners. Are you interested in learning proven investing and trading profit-taking strategies that apply in any up or down stock market? This Saturday, May 20th, Phil Grandy and the PhilsGang.com team will host a live online special Market Rally webinar. For only $70, this webinar will cover Phil's trading and investing strategies, including preparing you for a market correction. Plus, you will learn how to short stocks and how to trade and invest in any market condition. While no one can predict the timing of a down market, PhilsGang.com is committed to teaching you the skills necessary to reaching your financial goals. And this webinar will help you prepare and give you the confidence you need. This webinar will be archived for 2 weeks. That's this Saturday, May 20th. Don't wait. Register today. Simply go to PhilsGang.com, PhilsGang.com, or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
To be able to just get my son to St. Jude and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Let me ask you, could you use a little extra money? Well, of course you could. Everybody could use that extra revenue to pay the bills, pay down debt, or save for retirement. With PhilsGang.com, we help you make that extra income in the stock market. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the PhilsGang.com team have helped folks who are interested in learning short-term and long-term investing by providing professional-level charting skills and strategies. PhilsGang.com is your #1 source to learn, invest, and profit in the stock market. And you can do this for only $39.95 a month. With PhilsGang.com, you learn how to invest in the market, you get daily investment coaching guidance, and you will learn to invest and trade with the skills and confidence of the pros. Just log on and get daily investment instructions and make profits. Plus, all PhilsGang.com material is archived for your convenience. Go to PhilsGang.com to join or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Call today.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out PhilsGang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, do you know, it's interesting, the market in 2009 when the market crashed, the Dow was at 6,469. Today, 8 years later, it's at 21,169. That's 227%. The S&P's up 261%. But let's think about that. How have you been doing since 2009? Not well, because your wages haven't gone up. You haven't got a better job. Your job prospects aren't any better. Nothing has happened in the last 8 years. that benefited you, the middle class, me, the middle class. In fact, when they put in what they call quantitative easing, meaning they make the dollar, they print money, they give it to the banks free, hedge funds free, Wall Street free money, no interest, and then they go out and they push it into the stock market to push that market up so that companies don't have to have profits because they can't get profits because people are broke, because you have 10 million people losing their home. You got 8 million people losing their jobs, and they lost $41 trillion in equity. Consumption is 70% of our economic growth, so if they're not consuming, how the hell do you get the stock market up? Quantitative easing. Just print money. The beautiful part of the printing of money is when they buy all the treasuries. They print $85 billion a month and buy all the treasuries so that all the big countries who buy our debt, who buy our treasuries, they look and they go, oh my God, look how far these yields have dropped. I'm not going to be in the bond market. I'll go in the stock market. When they all enter the stock market's roared, but no profits. Isn't that amazing? On the other side of that, though, they destroyed America. Because we have more people now on welfare. We have more people during this time went on welfare, went into poverty, more people on food stamps, more people on welfare programs. While the market is going up over 200%, we're increasing our food stamp program. We're increasing all our welfare programs. Does that make sense? Of course not. That's like when they say we're number one. No, we're not. We're not number one. I hate hearing that. We're number one. How can that be? How can that be? We have 69,000 bridges that are falling apart, classified as structurally deficient, that every second of every day, 7 cars drive over this bridge that is so structurally deficient that they could collapse. We have a ranking now of bridges. We're number 24. We went from number 7 in literacy to 27th. It's unbelievable. We went in science from 22 to 49. It's just unbelievable. We mean number one. We're number one of the number of people in jail. We hold more people in jail than any other country. This is crazy. For the U.S. economy to be number one, to be the most competitive in the world, we need first-class infrastructure. Well, Trump is not going to get that through. Now, one thing they are very worried about right now, and why investors are starting to bail out and no more of this big Trump rally, and I told Trump, I sent a letter to his secretary, who I know very, very well, and I said, when he took ownership of the stock market, I said, don't take ownership of the stock market. It's the worst thing you can do. What are you going to do when it starts collapsing? It's unbelievable. So, this market, tomorrow, they may turn around and run it right back up. But at some point, these derivatives that they're forced to keep the stock market up, which is why we don't get any corrections or we get a little correction, one day it will fall under its own weight. One day. Because then you're going to get a catalyst. China would be a catalyst. In 2016, remember we got that correction that morning. We woke up and the market was down because of China. And then the plunger team came in, bought stocks and pushed it right back up because they want to make sure the derivatives don't fall apart. Every time you see the market go down, you see them push it back up because it's the derivatives they're afraid of. Crazy. So the idea with these derivatives, with the idea of Larry Summer, Geithner, what a scam. And because of these derivatives is why you lost your home, why you lost your job. But guess what? They went to the White House. They didn't get punished. They went to the White House. They became part of Obama's cabinet. But they sent Madoff to jail for life. Now, Madoff only was scamming a small, tiny group of millionaires. Millionaires. This guy, not only did he go to the White House, after the White House, he went to run Harvard instead of jail. Look what he did with these derivatives. Destroyed everybody. $41 trillion wiped out. And not only that, but not just this country, the whole world. Are you kidding me? Derivatives is what killed Greece. Can you imagine having an insurance policy, a home insurance policy, a car insurance policy? Let's say a car insurance policy. You get in an accident, and all of a sudden they say, gee, I'm sorry, we can't cover you. We don't have any money. Your house burns down. Sorry, can't cover you. Don't have any money. Sorry about that. That's exactly what Summers did, the father of derivatives, him and his cronies. And he made sure they weren't regulated. You needed to be regulated, like your insurance companies are regulated, to make sure they always have enough assets to cover any kind of claim. Summers didn't have to do that. No, Summers, you see him, he's on TV. He's a star. He's on TV. He goes around telling us what to do, how smart he is. But Madoff is in jail. Rubin, his company, Citibank, was so bad. He bought so many derivatives to trade, $40 trillion. The stock went from like $55 down to like $2. So Obama wanted him at the White House. He destroyed Citibank. So what did they do? They gave Citibank a big push of money. They took a lot of their derivatives off their balance sheet to make Citibank look better. And they gave him a $200 million bonus when he left Citi to come work for Obama. This is all crazy. So look, I can't change that, but here's what I can change. The market's down 365 points. So join the gang. Get your free chart today. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG. So get that free chart. And when you get that chart, start following me. Only take 1 minute a day, not even a minute a day. Just follow the stocks, the exchange-traded funds, rather, that I am in. Yes, we do individual stocks, but for people who don't have time, just follow the exchange-traded funds like the spiders. Easy. So easy. Or the banks. Oil. Just follow what I'm doing. I'm not asking you to open it's just not a fund. So you just copycat me. So easy. So again, 877-600-GANG. And on Saturday, we don't have 50 spots still open, but Saturday you can come to my class. It's going to be from webinar from noon to 3. That's going to be a lot of fun. Going to learn how to use a chart. And that's going to be a great class, believe me, especially for people who don't know anything. That you're in 401ks. You want an alternative. What a wonderful way to learn how to buy a stock by following the money. But here's the big thing. We're going to be focusing on shorting a stock. How do you make money when a stock goes down? See, you're always lied to. They tell you how dangerous it is. They don't want you shorting a stock. Here, listen to this guy here.
Hey, Jim, I've got 200 shares of Celgene, and I've had it for about 4 years and doubled my money, and I'd like to know what, should I take some...
All right, here, you doubled your money, we sell half, play with the house's money, and let it run, because I think Celgene's prospects are being underestimated by the stock market.
Underestimated by the stock market? My chart showed when he told him to stay in, sell half, and keep half in, my chart told me all the institutions were pulling their money out. My chart was showing me it turned red, and it's showing how all the institutions are getting out of this stock. And then it drops. So this guy is in a stock. He's told to stay in when the thing collapses. So again, get your free chart right now, 877-600-GANG. And if you want to come to my webinar at 12 to 3 this Saturday, Eastern Time, and remember, it's archived for 2 weeks. So if you can't make it, you got the archive. Join now, 877-600-GANG. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who's also been an entrepreneur all his life. is used as business skills